Hi all, welcome to this FUT Fantasy and FUT Fantasy Hero, probably the final tracker I'll cover for this for YouTube. Obviously I've only done, this is the second run through of it, but obviously on Twitter we've kind of covered every update as it comes and goes, but fairly straightforward. Obviously we've only got two players to keep an eye on now, which is Ruben Diaz and Dirk Kuyt. Ruben Diaz will be Wednesday night for his game, and Dirk Kuyt for Feyenoord is at the weekend. Hopefully both can get further upgrades, but we will see in due course. Obviously let me know if you've got any of these FUT Fantasy still, and also how your form has went with them. Also there was one player we actually need to touch on just briefly when we get to them in due course, so keep your eyes peeled for that one, or your ears peeled even. So first off, Alexis Sanchez, only player that has got all 4 upgrades, so fair play to him. Basically Marseille came from behind against Auxerre, he got 4 upgrades, happy days for him. As an owner of Alexis Sanchez, I'm delighted, especially when you look at his tots, it's just basically +1s on it. Isaac, 3 of the 4, came unstuck against Aston Villa, which was not ideal. Ruben Diaz could have got all 4 if Man City could keep clean sheets. That has been a problem in this run of games, but if they get a result against West Ham, as long as they win or draw, Ruben Diaz will go to a 93. Diogo Jota got 3 of the 4, going to a 92. Obviously Liverpool just couldn't go undefeated in the 6. Bernama, 2 of the 4 was what he achieved, along with Llorente. Eden Hazard was so close to getting potentially 3 upgrades, but he did not get another assist or a goal. He did achieve that in the first game that he played, but he picked up an injury. He did play 2 games, sadly he didn't get anything in that second game, and as I said, missed out sadly, and also Real Madrid did not go unbeaten in the 6. Depay picked up an injury early on, potential that he could have got maybe 3 upgrades, but in the end not to be. Sabitzer 2 upgrades of the 4. Saliba 1 of the 4. He would have got 2 if Arsenal had got a result against Man City. I had to think there for a second. I was like, but not to be. Fabian got only 2 of the 4 upgrades, which was not expected. I think a few folk thought like 3 out of 4 was a given, but PSG's form in the 6 games was pretty diabolical. Angel Gomez got 3 of the 4, just so he did not go unbeaten in the 6, but he got the 3 upgrade pretty quickly. Benacer 2 of the 4, AC Milan not going unbeaten in the 6 was what really went against Benacer. Matoma got 3 of the 4, which is probably the most likely outcome. Brighton did not go unbeaten in the 6, but he to get the 4, but the way it goes. DeMarcos would have got all 4, but Bilbao lost late in their game to Sevilla. What didn't help their case was that they had 2 goals taken off for like offsides in the first half, otherwise they could have been pretty much home and hosed, but way it goes sadly. Guri 3 of the 4, Rennes did not keep a clean, go unbeaten in the 6 games to get that 4th upgrade. Skriniar was just the win, that was all. Like Inter, it literally took like the 5th game for that to happen. But yeah, Inter just not having much form lately, and also Skriniar's injured, so didn't get appearances or clean sheets or anything, so way it goes. Fernando 2 of the 4, didn't go unbeaten in the 6 or anything like that, but he got 3 appearances and he got a win. Upamecano was expected to probably get all 4, but Bayern did not go unbeaten in the 6, and he did not keep 2 clean sheets, just the appearances and the wins on his side. Umtiti in his last game got the win, which lets you win. So when it comes to Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever EA decide to upgrade, along with Alexis Sanchez, he goes to a +1 to 90, so fair play if he did his SBC. Foyth got 3 out of the 4. Villarreal did not go unbeaten in the 6, which was a bit of a bummer because it suddenly made him half usable in that case. Sergi Dardar just 1 out of the 4 upgrades. I think people expected more, but not to be. Tagliafico 2 out of the 4. Soboslai 2 out of the 4. Angelino 2 out of the 4. Rashika 3 out of the 4. Galatasaray was definitely a tricky one because they had a couple big games, but still Rashika delivered in that respects. Ricky Pugh 2 out of the 4 for him. Dele Alli 2 out of the 4. What was funny about Dele Alli is Besiktas went unbeaten in 6 and he got the 1 win, so it was like, even though he didn't play, Besiktas, what helped their case was that they had one of their games was rescheduled, so it was like say FUT was, quite a lot of the sites didn't actually have it noted up as like the right date or whatever, so it was like people were missing it and didn't realise it. That's how Dele Alli got his unbeaten in 6, as it were, so it caught people out, but EA for once were actually on top of it, so fair play to them. Vimmer 3 out of the 4, putting them to 89. Wolfsburg just not going unbeaten, sadly. Benteke 3 out of 4. DC United only won like 1 game so out of the 6, so but Benteke delivered with goals and appearances, so fair play to him on that. Emre Can just 2 out of the 4 for him. Ndai 2 out of the 4. He just couldn't get another goal or assist to get from that third upgrade, but still 2 out of the 4 is not too bad for him, with that versatility that he brings. Toprak is 2 out of the 4. He could have got the 3 out of 4 if he got the clean sheets, but just the way it shapes up. Miller's a tricky one now. EA seem to be upgrading him on the basis of Montreal. Montreal have won, and they've also I think because he's been playing, they've gave like the appearances, but he's Inter Miami. Now the thing is, Inter Miami have not kept clean sheets to get the win, that clean sheet bonus, but when he's if he's getting classed as Montreal, which some people have marked up on their sites, then he gets the boost from Montreal, so be wary of that. I've noticed that with a few sites now. It should be Inter Miami and it should just be 2 upgrades, but you know what people are like, that's why I've kept him as an 87. We'll see if it's an EA mistake or if all the FIFA sites that have done their trackers have done it wrong. We'll see how it plays that out. Orion, if it was pre-FUT Fantasy form, you would have had this as an 88, maybe even an 89, but only the 2 upgrades. Trimmel, just 1 upgrade. Just a lack of appearances, which I was not expecting, but sometimes the way it goes. And Lima, just 1 out of the 4 upgrades for him. Then from there on to the FUT Fantasy Heroes. Abedi Pele and Papin, the only 2 at the moment to get both upgrades, so fair play to them, going to 93s respectively. Ginola 1 out of the 2 to put him to 92, along with Morientes. Everyone has got at least 1 upgrade, so fair play to them on that. The one that took the longest was Cordoba, which was the 5th game. Al Shabab, just a pity that the way their games have played out, that they've only still at 4 games out of 6. Just a pity that Al Shabab have actually lost a game in the 4. It wasn't expected to either, so I think they only had 1 hard game and it wasn't a game they were expected to lose. But Feyenoord have had their tricky games out the window. Expected to win at the weekend. Be 6 out of 6 played for Feyenoord, and Dirk Kuyt going from a 90 to a 91, making him a very complete card. It's just a pity that Fiorentina's version of Mario Gomez lost the last game, because that would have been a really nice card as a 92 cryo on that as well, because I felt it was a fun SBC to do. But yeah, so let's see, come the weekend we'll know what Dirk Kuyt and Ruben Diaz are basically at. But yeah, so 3 out of like 40 cards nearly have basically got the 4 upgrades. Could have had a lot more if like last game form or second last game form, like Ginola. Like realistically, when you look at it, it's like Ginola, Fiorentina's version of Gomez, Al Arawan, Capdevia. You could even say Morientes potentially. Then from there, like obviously the likes of Foyth, DeMarcos, Fabian, Gomez, Guri. they all could have had a case for going and beating the six, but just not to be in the end really. But just the way it goes. But as I say, FUT Fantasy, as I said, we'll wrap up come the weekend, and then we'll be moving on to properly into tots. So as I say, folks, hopefully you found the trackers useful as I've done them through this last 6-7 weeks. So have a good one, folks. Take it easy all. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you all later.